So hey guys, welcome back on board. A bit of a different run today. Today we're in the Just Trains Class 221 Super Voyager in Penrith Station, the Northern Lakes, and we're off to Carlisle. Only a 20-mile hop, but it should be a nice little run because I haven't actually driven on this line for some time now. So we'll just very quickly get the train underway. DRA is off. We've got a green signal. We've taken all the passengers on board. One thing that I haven't done is the headlights. Got headlights position 1. Let's go. So the train was just come in from it's doing Bristol to Glasgow, which is why they run the Super Voyagers, not the Class 390 Pendolino trains on this leg, because it's, as I said, part of the run is actually not electrified. So that's why that's the case. I was actually on one of these not so long ago. Oop, that was me leaning against the keyboard, sorry. I was actually on one of these when I came back from Edinburgh, which I vlogged. I actually did a vlog in the toilet of Coach F, which is Coach F? No, it's first class, so this is Coach F. And I actually did a vlog from that toilet there, behind that side. Yeah, those were the days. It's a very FPS friendly route, this, it seems. This is West Coast Main Line over Shap, by the way. Just get rid of that AWS alert. Well, it's actually a DDS, not AWS. All those three-letter acronyms right there. There's the 120 sign. So we can let the taps open up a bit. As I say, it's just a 20-mile hop. We should be there in about 15 minutes. But it's just a nice little run to let me get used to driving the Voyager again, after I've been driving all sorts of different trains. We can actually go up to full power, because we're going up a slight hill, and I don't think the train's got the power to be able to go bust through 120 on an incline. Got to be careful because we're going to start going down the other side soon though, so that could be a thing. This is the first day of videos where I'm doing 2 uploads a day, and I'm actually having to work ahead of myself, because at the weekends I do like 3 videos a day. This is my 3rd video of the day. I'm just going to sound the horns are going through that. Because obviously tomorrow I've got driving lessons, etc., and I won't be able to do 2 videos. And when I do a domestic flight, I only make it like a 1 video video. So every 2 of these you go over, it sounds the DDS to make sure I haven't fallen asleep. Canal down there. I've got to say, I love driving the high-speed trains, and especially since I turned I think it was the dynamic shadowing off. You know, you can see I've got FPS of like 50 FPS, which is just crazy for me. I mean, I only capture at 20 because that's what I could normally all I can usually achieve. That's 97. We're going fast now. But as I say, they run these on a lot of the UK lines because especially when you go south. If I think about Derby, the line goes unelectrified. So I am going to do Carlisle to Glasgow Central, but I'll do that in the Class 390 Pendolino because that's fully electrified. And we're doing 105 miles an hour. I'm just going to pull fully idle now. I'm concerned about this bend. I'm actually just periodically mashing the Q key as well, just so that I don't accidentally get caught out by DDS. Because there's no way to override in this, obviously. Is the radio intermittent? Because, I mean, it's not actually landing on the windscreen, so I'm not particularly concerned. Just go full power again. This train won't overspeed through 125, which is one of the reasons I like it. In the back cab, most of the stuff's turned off, and you can even pull the blind down. But it doesn't pull down more than that, so that's a bit pointless. Yeah, because I normally pull the blind down if I'm not in the cab, because when you get into a car after it's been sunbaking all day, you'd basically get that, but worse, I'd imagine, if you got into a train after it, after it had been doing 5 hours in the sun. 10 minutes to go. I don't know why trains bounce side to side so much. It's probably to do with like the speed you're doing. So this is the tilting Voyager, by the way. You can like isolate the tilt, but I'm not going to do that because I'll probably not be able to do cornering as well. Then poor passengers. I'll be arriving in Carlisle in about a few minutes. As I said, we've got the taps fully opened up now. Try and go the other way. I didn't realise you could pull Mark 3s behind like a non-class 43. I'm going to start doing that more often now. But, I mean, the FPS is just working brilliantly. I'm actually going to lock it at lower FPS just so that we can, you can capture at 29 FPS. So normally only do it, as I say, at 20 because I tried doing it like at 30 FPS. But it was causing loads of lag. But obviously in this game lag isn't much of a concern because I've got the settings really quite high. It looks pretty enough. And yeah. You just get occasional like stutters as it's trying to load the next frame in. And especially when you're in the high speeds you get that. Southwaite? Yeah, we're in Cumbria at the minute. This section of the line's actually closed at the minute because of exceptional rainfall, and there's a video made it online of a train going up here, and it is really bad weather. So we're just going to apply braking so we get to 110 before we go through. So 100 straight before we go through that sign. And I don't want to brake too heavily, so and that looks like the deceleration already starting. I think it's probably just some steep turns, which is why that's like that. Because, well, it's 7 miles out of Carlisle, and Carlisle doesn't have a particularly large yard associated with it, does it? I mean, I didn't think it did. Yeah, it's just pulling us down for probably like a steep turn. Because you can see the ride quality is borderline right now. This will probably be a bridge if it's putting us down to 95. I was like expecting that to last more than about half a second, but oh well. Yeah, this is a really steep turn. But I mean, if you look at my speed, it's reacting quite well. And it's reasonably comfortable for the passengers, even though we're going around such a steep bend. Would Ray down Main right now? Ray down Main? I don't know. Is that English? Five miles to go, less than 5 miles out of Carlisle now. There's a 110 sign. I'm going to wait till the end of the train goes through and just floor it to get us up to some speed to get us into Carlisle. About 20 seconds ahead of schedule, which is good. And we haven't done any speeding whatsoever. We're up at 100 miles an hour again, just speeding us up to get us down into, I said, Carlisle in 4 miles now. Which will be just a few minutes away. Is that a motorway? That looks like a motorway there. West Coast Main Line. As I've said, they don't normally run the Voyager on this line, they normally run the Class 390. But I'm running the Voyager because this service came from Bristol. And the train, I don't think the lines at Bristol actually are actually electrified. So you end up coming up with, like, for a certain section, unelectrified, so they have to run these trains when they're going that far south. Oop, we're going fast. Borderline speeding. There we go, back under the limit and back to 30% power. There's another Class 87 going the other way. Towing Mark 3 coaches. And this is 75 limit. This will be fun trying to slow down in time. We honestly need to start slowing down more. It's like maximum braking right now. There we go. AWS. Got a green signal, so it wasn't a signalling shout. Yeah, there's Carlisle station 2 miles away. Look at that. So we can start our braking cycle. Because we've got to be stationary within the... and even the train's going, you can't slow down in time, mate. It's Carlisle now. Double head, Class 87. And that's a lot of container coaches. I mean, I tried to make a train that long, just like in the custom consist editor, and I think I broke the in-game physics trying to make a train like that drivable. So it was something like a kilometre long. Now the approach into... Ooh, there we go. That's Class 47 over that. Again, there's not many of these sorts of the Class 47s left. I haven't seen one for literally years. That's why they're parked like that. Right, we need to get down to 20. Clear the AWS. I mean, we can go to 100% brake, which I think we'll have to. There we go, that's fine. And we're all past in the 20 limit and we're at 20 miles an hour. Precisely. That's an AWS. Well, that's basically telling us that this area doesn't have AWS working yet. But that's alright. Because we're at Carlisle, platform 1. After a quick 10-minute run up the West Coast Main Line from Penrith. So we're just going to stop the train here, and as I say, I'm going to cut the video at that then, because the line does go all the way up to Dumfries, but I'm wanting to continue this with the Class 390 in the West Coast Main Line North map, which starts at Carlisle and finishes in Glasgow Central. Carlisle. Yeah, I'm taking the mick out of my own English skills. I'm just going to make sure the tail end of the train's down the platform, so stop! You try to stop to get that as close to the middle of the train as possible, because it's like, you could stop at the first 2 feet of the platform, or you could stop right the way down there. But everybody's got like walk miles, which no one likes doing. So you just stop it as close to the middle as you can. DRA, set, brakes, set. I'm going to reverse it off, and people can get off now. And the spacehead doors go and open up. That's actually the sound they make, like as they open. So that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in for a quick draft scenario between Penrith and Carlisle. We'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.